Hey, Dev, how's it going? I'm gonna take a break today for a birthday stream. So we're just gonna be working on not video game related. I'm gonna be working on a campaign for some friends. Maybe even not even get that going. But just be doing like some work on a tabletop RPG based on Stargate. So get all my notes in order and try and get something going for that. Because I am tired of we keep doing his brother's doing a DM thing, and it's just kind of a disaster. So as much as I love him, so we'll be doing something at some point. Anyways, so we got the PDF here for the Stargate role-playing game here. And I'm going to just be going through here and start plugging things into Obsidian so that I have the things that I need to make that happen. Yeah. Well, and there's, dude, I don't want to like just complain about Sticks. How's it going? I was just talking to Devro about DMing. I'm going to take a break today streaming my normal game dev stuff. Drinsoff, yes. That's weird, Drint. I've seen you in other streams in the chat, but this says it's the first time you've chatted in mine, so I guess welcome if you've been lurking. But yeah, we're doing I'm going to set up a new campaign. Oh, different count. Okay, I was like, I swear to God you've been in my chat. Drint is fam. Yeah. It is a different account because normally you're like a purple color for me. It's so funny how much that color helps me remember who people are. It's weirdly, it's like someone's face. Am I saying that I know people by their color? Should I not step in that? I'm stepping in it already pretty bad right now. So we need to be careful. It's too late. Clipped. I've been canceled. Even using that term, I feel like you just by our color. I believe in a world where we judge people not by their Twitter color, but that the content of their handle name. Just orange. You know what I should do sometime? I have a record of everyone that's ever said anything in chat, you know? So what I should do is get a list of all the usernames that have ever said anything in chat and do a tier ranking, like an S tier ranking of the handles that have said anything in chat. Okay, so we're going to create a new vault for this SG-1 RPG. That sounds like a new coding project. Browse. And we're going to throw this into my Obsidian drive. So that's exactly where we want it. Please pick. Okay. Right there. How about that? All right. So now we have that. So now we got to get this junk moved out and into that. So let me get that worked out real quick. We're going to open up the Show and System Explorer. Here we go. All right, so here it is. Take that out and put it inside the SG-1 RPG folder. Booyah. All right, so that's out of there and in here now. And then we've got to get... I was using a bunch of tools. I had all of the like attacks and the feats and everything like that in here in a database that I was building out. So we need to start installing some of the plugins that we're going to be using to be able to use this for when we're DMing. But yeah, I'm with Dev. Like DMing is an art, and attacks and feat. Hell yeah. You got to send, every player has to send pics of their feet at the beginning of each session if they're not in the room already. It's a fetish TTRPG. Okay, so we're going to turn on community plugins. We're going to browse, and it's something like data view. Yeah, that's the one. So this is the main thing that we want going on here. We're going to enable data view. And now if we go back to one of these, it should, do we have to be out of the, I forget how this works. No, this is the, okay. Sorry, we're going to get this worked out. Let me find the other Obsidian. So then, what other community plugins did I have? Browse, installed only. So we're using data view, fantasy stat blocks. This was the other thing that I was using. That's right. Okay. So let's get that going. Fantasy stat blocks is like it's more geared towards D&D 5th edition. But it'll work for pretty much anything. Okay. And it converts stuff in a very specific format. You put it in a stat block here. And then it'll display it like that up here. Just like you'd see in a monster book. This is the official one. I'm really keen on it. I love the combat system in it, and I want to play it with somebody because it has a mix of long and close range combat that can be occurring at the same time, and I feel like it circumvents a lot of the things I can't stand about 5th edition. It's based on 5th edition. It uses the 5th edition rule set. But it streamlines a lot of stuff. So here's the this is the PDF here. If I can zoom out here. So this is all the thing I don't like about the actual RPG itself, the new one, because there's two tabletop RPGs for Stargate. There's like a really old one. The books aren't in print anymore, and then there's this one. I really don't like what they picked for the races. I feel like, again, I'm being... But the Nox, they had to change their name for some reason. I don't know why. But come on, the Nox? I don't know if any of you guys know anything about Stargate, SG-1, the TV show, but really? Like, really? But I think the reason why some of the choices aren't the best is because they wanted to sell modules or additional books. And I don't think that's ever going to happen, unfortunately. So they really shouldn't have done this. In my opinion. Then there's Jaffa. That makes sense. Tok'ra. All right. The hippies of the 5 races, right? And then Unas. What? Right. Unas. Are you kidding me? Okay. I guess this is like the orc of the... I guess they figured... I don't know. I don't know why they chose... Whatever. But... The drow. Yeah. How many episodes? Right? There's like the slave one. There's the original one with James Earl Jones doing the voice, the Thor episode. And then there's the... I can't even think. There's one other one where he's like like trying to teach one to speak or something, or I forget with Daniel. Those were like in like my hierarchy. If I was again to do like a tier ranking, it was those episodes, and most of all, I couldn't stand the. I have no idea about anything. You got to get on that, Sticks. What's wrong with you? The replicator episodes. I liked it too. It just they really, because it's the idea that they're the origin of the symbiote, and I love the idea of it. He's a huge SG fan. Oh, that's good to know. But he is not here. So it's like I'm your husband right now. I'm just going to make things as weird as possible. I feel like I do that in your chat already. I make jokes that just don't work. I still don't know your sense of humor yet, Sticks. I'm trying to figure it out. But my jokes just whiff. You can be pretty much guaranteed anything I say in your chat is a joke. No playable Asgardians. They are the comedic relief characters. I know, right? I would have taken Asgard over Nox. Like any... but the thing is like what abilities would they have? They can't even like... I don't know. They'd be like... I mean, it'd be, I guess, all tech driven or something. But I feel like... yeah, I know. They can't even replicate. Losers. So anyway, so what I've done so far that we're trying to get working here in this own. Yeah. I like that they bring Sam in for an episode. They're like, we need you to think dumb. Because we're too smart. We need to bring you in so we can think dumb like a caveman. It's like, oh, thanks. So yeah, I've got all these this is all the like attacks and everything like that for each level of the different roles that you can play. I came to the right place, right? Have you tried blowing it up? Have you tried blowing it up and off again? That's pretty much the human solution to any problem. Hot take. In many cases, you can't implement new players because the rule sets are made for nerds. Yeah, it's true. That's why I'm trying to use this as a way to get one of my friends in because he's a big SG-1 fan. But yeah, I'm just taking a break today. Yesterday was my birthday, so I figured this is my birthday stream. I'm just doing something else. Yeah, so let me figure out why, because this still doesn't look right. I know there's something's not right here. Fartality. Let me turn this down. That was a little too low. I'm gonna... Fartality. Oh, is that me? Is that my dub thing? Thanks, Sticks. How to be a hero rule set. Okay. So you've played this before, Dev? Calvin is doing... This is weird hearing myself. Nice. Thanks for the work, Pooh. Yeah, so I'm 42. I had to ask my wife. I was like, "How old am I?" She's like, "You're 42." It's like, okay. Or is it 41? What did she say? I don't even remember anymore. No, I played DSA, D&D, and How to Be a Hero, which I love because it's simple and can be set up with everything. Every setting, one rule set. That's nice. Yeah, so my buddies, I won't be too specific, but the thing about the DMing that's going on that I'm witnessing is that it is spatially and time-wise, it'll be like we just appear in a room and there's somebody talking to us, and then or there's like not enough. My buddies, brothers, buddies, right? That's always good, especially for DC. But there's like not enough. There's no information about anything. But now what's happening is he's actually going really hard on world building, but it's all through like a narrative exposition instead of having the characters in the world disseminate this information to us. And so it feels like I'm just sitting there listening to someone read Lord of the Rings to me, and it's really hard. There's so many names and places of things. And I'm not just saying that because I've already mentioned I have a problem with that stuff to begin with. It is insane how much, and it's like I don't know of all of the things that are being told to me how much I need to remember. It made me create a rule in my head for if I ever DM again, which I'm obviously working on doing. The rule is 3 nouns and a verb. Like, there should be, at any point in time in the session, the players should be concerned with only remembering 3 nouns that are critical to everything, and like a verb of like, what are we doing? And they could decide all that. That's fine. But otherwise, it becomes completely overwhelming to like manage mentally what the hell is going on and what I'm supposed to be worried or concerned about. Anyways. All right. So let me see. What we're going to do is we're going to go back to the other one. Let's open up... Okay, I'm going to put this in SGC again because I just need to see how it was working the way I had it set up. Okay, so if I go to feats here, it still looks this way. All right, let's go back over here. Overview. Nope. Life forms. Okay. Okay, I was going through and doing all these. See, I was using VS Code to do like mass renames on all of this. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Okay. So this is a list of general feats. So this is using that data. No results to show. Data view, table without description from feats/general. No results to show. So is data view not enabled in this? Toxic, how's it going? It's installed. Data view table from sorting. Why are we not working? Did they change the format of data view? Is that why? And it's like not, because normally there would also be this. Okay, didn't like that. Sorry, guys. Everything's busted and I don't know why. This used to, so these would all just be the feats and like a list of them. And the query's busted, so we gotta... Let's go to the data view website because it's clearly something's changed. Hotkeys. Table from sort. Table. I mean, does it capital not matter anymore? Without ID from. So I'm wondering if. You know what it is? I know what it is. I don't think it's feats. Is it relative? Or is it... Do I have to go like this? Because it got moved at some point. Yep, it got moved. Okay. So that means this should be working in this one. If we go here and we go here. Yeah, okay. So that's looking good. All right, so good. So yeah, essentially I'm transcribing a lot of the manual over into Obsidian just so that I can search the information about the game and everything in one single place. My hope too is that all of this work will translate into that I should be able to make a dynamic character sheet for the players where essentially I say download Obsidian and this is your vault for your character. Open this up and this is where you can level your character and everything, and it's going to have all the abilities you could possibly choose from in there. And then my hope is to use the public-private tools of like using hashtags or whatever is necessary in Obsidian to then be able to expose the world building stuff to the player so that at the end of each session I can essentially say, here's the latest, like, you know, vault that has whatever, everything that's going on. I don't know if there's a way to kind of share some of that stuff over, but anyways, so let's get a theme here that works for what we're doing just to make things look pretty. Blue topaz. We could try something like this. I know if I do start rolling a campaign, I always end up with this one, this Anu Puchin, or however you say this. This is the one I end up using. And then we need style settings, which is let's close that out. There we go. Okay. So that's good. And then let's change the appearance here. Oops. Go to style settings. And here's the stat blocks. Okay. So we can change the stat block stuff. That's cool. Okay. Colors. Dark theme flavor. Flav. Let's go with like a green. Sure. We'll do the rainbow folders. Sapphire's not too bad. Sapphire, I mean, Sapphire. What the hell? Is having a stroke? Alright, now let's look at the stat blocks. Okay. Interesting. So I wonder. So I'm using this for the data. These are all abilities, feats. Okay. Life forms. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, we were starting to... Yeah, I'd gotten the life forms ripped out, and then we were starting to get this to be something that I could use. Because this is an example of something that could be under stat block. Okay, so I'm going to cheat and go to VS Code and just see if there's an easy way to rip these out using some of the more advanced search stuff. There we go. Okay, so it's pretty much... Yeah, it looks like I cleaned it up real good. So I just need to put all these into their own... Or was this... Okay. Did I do it this way so that I could throw it in data view real easy? Or do I need to rip these out into their own... So there's classes. Diplomat. Engineer. Medic. Okay, so maybe we make a class folder. Do I want cake? Hell, yeah. Oops. Let me get rid of that. You know, I don't like this theme. Creature pane. Oh, okay. So how's everybody doing? Let's try this one. Maybe this was the one I remember. I think this is it. We'll go with Sapphire. Okay, this is a little easier on the eyes. Also, all right, I just stopped futzing around with it. Okay, see, I started to do it here. Okay, so I must have done this to test it. So life forms, we've got Diplomat, New folder. Engineer. Medic. Scientist. Scout. Soldier. Thank you. My wife just brought me some leftover birthday cake. Cal. Be on your best behavior, buddy. Okay. And then we have functionary. Life forms. There's functionary right there. Sidearm. It's weird. I got disconnected from chat for some reason. So this is weird. Let's go look in the I'm going to get a copy of the PDF open in its own window because something's funky. Oh my God, these are extra. Here we go, by class. Okay, so this is how I got them. So this is interesting. There's a lot of missing data here. For instance, the hit of the weapon. Oh, it's right here. It's like weirdly highlighted. Why is that? Why? Let's go into... It seems fine here. Is it this trailing comma? Why? No. Okay, it's just having a stroke. All right. So this is the stuff. I'm doing it this way so that it's accessible through the... Let me just try something here. So this is another example stat block. So let me just try it this way. All right, so that's how we want it to look. So if I did this like this... So my wife made it. It's like a coffee cake. Just the right kind of crunchiness you want from a coffee cake. Oh, that's interesting. Really easy way to extend things. Okay. Ever since that bagel incident, he just comes in here and immediately inspects the... He's not jumping on it anymore, but he like comes over and he's like, is there anything up there? No? All right. So the stat blocks uses a YAML syntax, which is the same as... I just don't know if I can get data view to integrate with this very easily without having to make a copy of it. Redstone, how's it going? Have fun. All right. So I'm making a executive decision here. We're gonna use stat block for the... Can we search the bestiary with data view? Where are you going on vacation to? Bulgaria? Are you seeing family? How is it in the summertime? I'm confused. Does that describe a region? You know, it's a country. Okay. Okay. Oh. I'm just reading about it, Rad. Widespread corruption is a major socioeconomic issue. Bulgaria ranks among one of the most corrupt countries in the EU. Okay. Then you're going to Greece. The best of the EU. I'm sorry, I shouldn't make jokes. The greatest hits. I'm totally kidding. I'm kidding. I don't even know. I have no idea. This is just Wikipedia. I'm sure they just went to the CIA fact sheet and just copied and pasted. You know, You know, if the CIA is saying something about that, we're getting ready to do something there. I'm just reading. I'm just getting a rundown real quick. My God. Bulgaria, its name alone means to rebel or incite or produce a state of disorder. It's like the name. It's like the name of a like that, like Tolkien or somebody would come up for an area. They're like, well, what's a name that in another language means this? I mean, I can bribe a police officer in Romania, probably. Can I do this in Germany? No. Will I get every state contract if my aunt is a politician in Germany? Yes, I will. That's lobbyism. Nothing like a little nepotism in your state, in your government. That's true even on small scale government. In the States, in small cities, when that stuff is prevalent, we call it the good old boy system. All right, let's try and get this monster thing going. $3.5 million for consultant services in the German military. Finances looks over it. Look at the head of the fence. His son works there. What a coincidence. Yeah. Yeah, the only examples I've seen of it is like one of their sons, drunkenly hits somebody in somebody else's car, and the cop sees it as the car hit him. That kind of thing. But I've seen it in action. Our HOA, I witnessed it in action. Where they basically kind of acted a little bit like a mob and shook down somebody. Yes, it does. All right, where is our bestiary? So we're gonna call this. What do they call them? Life forms. So we'll have life forms will be the bestiary. Okay. So now we have no creatures yet in our bestiary because we don't have anything marked as so then we say stat block. Boo. Okay. This is data view. We're going to go back here and change this to data view. Ah! So it is cutting off a bunch of stuff. Hit points. Missed a chance to say indeed. All right, Redstone. See ya. Sugar. Corn syrup. No, it's all homemade. So no corn syrup. Partially hydrogenated. I love that I poke a little bit at the Europe. I'm reading a fact sheet, and it's like, but what is corruption really? And then it's like, oh, American eat sugar. Corn syrup joke. What is corn syrup really? Partially hydrogenated, or send it back. I'm doing a little bit of that, and just trying to set it up data-wise so that I'll have things in a way. What the hell is all this? What? I don't want all these. Where did all these come from? All right, hang on. We got to learn more about the fantasy stat blocks. Import from JSON. We don't want to do that. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't even know where they came from. Oh, here we go. Fake core layout. There's a bunch of layout. Import homebrew characters. Filter sources. Where did these come from? Disable the D&D 5th edition system reference document monsters. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, so they're gone now. So do they need to be in the root lifeform folder in order to have them show up here? Why is it back now? What the hell's going on? It is built on 5th edition, but it does change a few things, mainly with combat, and it has what I think is a really interesting approach of and instead of, so each session is called an episode. So when you sit down, if it's run properly, one session should be one complete episode of the show, so to speak. And you let the players know ahead of time the sort of difficulty of the episode. So there's going to be like a comic relief episode, so to speak. And they'll be like, you know, you're not going to be in a lot of danger. And that's a lot of one-shots. Hell yeah. But let me see if I can find... But what is corruption? I mean, really? How does one measure that? It's actually a good question. I have no idea. Missions, here we go. So when you go to missions, there's the tension system. And so a D4 is comedic. So if you wanted to just make one up as you went, you could roll your different... Oh, no. This is what the D system is used for, something with regards to whatever tension system you've set up. But there's comedic and standard, growing, tension, dire, and all is lost is almost guaranteed to have people die in the mission. But still, we're trying to figure out how to... This plugin will watch the vault. Hey, the bestiary folder went away again. Life forms. Oh, do we have to add it? Okay. Again, why is there... I don't understand, Deborah. The plugin will watch the vault for creatures defined in note front matter. So we'll turn that on. Do we not have the name? Is that the problem? There's name. Okay, let's go check the format it's supposed to be using. Name. Overriding fields. The stat block plugin maintains a collection of creatures that can be referenced in stat blocks and used in other plugins, such as Initiative Tracker. Homebrew creatures can be saved by creating a custom monster and a stat block code block in a note, as described in the usage section. You can either fully define your own custom monster or use an existing monster in your bestiary to override fields. When a stack block has been rendered, you may save the creature by clicking the menu on the top right, Save to Bestiary. What? Bro. What? Why would you do it this way? But why? I don't understand. Okay, so sidearm's not showing up. Let's do that little plus thing they were talking about. And it still doesn't show up. If this doesn't work with custom stuff, we might have to ditch this. As pretty as this looks, this ain't gonna work. Let's try... We're going to go to the website here, and we're just going to search custom. Customize the behavior of columns with a few parameters. Maximum height. Blah, 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 blah. Override fields. You can use an existing monster. Creating creatures in front matter. Any note given the stat block true parameter in its front matter will have its front matter parsed for a custom monster if parsed front matter in notes is turned on. Okay, so this might be what we want to do. Because then we keep it in front matter and we... Okay, so this might be it. Turning Twitch chat into Roll20. Well, I'm just taking a break today, kind of doing this as a special fun thing. So now if I do that, how do I import it into StatBlock though? This is what I don't understand. So, okay. I don't understand now. And its front matter will have its front matter parsed for custom monster if parsed in front matter notes is turned on in settings. Note. The note must have a name parameter in the front matter to save the creature. All other fields are optional. Once the creature has been found in a note, it will be added to the bestiary and synced with the note content. If the stat block field is removed or set to false, the note is deleted. Or the note is deleted, the creature will be removed from the bestiary. Okay, so that's what we want. I don't care about the fanciness. The bestiary is useful for DMing. So I've done this. Let's make sure the parse for blah blah blue is on. Parse front matter for creatures. Correct. The plugin will watch the vault for creatures to be found in front matter. No, front matter. Okay. Where are all these monsters coming from? I don't understand. Managing one homebrew creature. So it sees it. So if I search monsters right now for functionary, filter sources. I don't know what that is. Managing one homebrew creature. So it sees it, but oh, here it is right here. View, edit, delete. Okay. Edit. Oh, my lord. Oh, good lord. It's a stat sheet. Okay. All right. So I may need to do a little bit of editing in this in order for it to show up properly. Okay. Because this is ripped straight from the book. Disable 5th edition. I don't know. Render. Dice rolls. Okay. But is this in the bestiary? Filter sources. What is this? What the hell? What's this just random checkbox here? Search monsters. Why is there a trash can here? No, we don't want to delete. Okay, we've unchecked filtered sources. So now if we search Okay, again, why the hell are these combatant? What? Creature pane. Well, let's presume the creature pane's full of crap. It's the crapture pane. Functionary. So now if we put that in diplomats, will it still be okay? Who knows where thoughts come from? They just appear. Stat block is true. Undefined. What is undefined? Adding fields. A monster may be combined with other fields to override the field of the specified SRD monster. For example, blah, 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 blah. So this just grabs an ancient black dragon, it gives it a name. Adding fields. So this is the same thing, and then they're adding some traits. Any field that is a plain string or an array can be added to by specifying the name of the field followed by a plus. Okay. Extends key can be used to extend an existing creature similar to a monster key shown in overriding fields. The difference is the resulting monster is not combined. It maintains a link to the base creature. This allows to, for example, create a named version of Goblin. Right. Traits. So is there a way I can just set manually saving a creature? Homebrew creatures can be saved by creating a custom monster in a stat block, code block, and a note. You can either fully define your own creating creatures in front matter. Because the plugin uses YAML for syntax, a stat block created using the stat block code block is valid. Okay. Okay. The must have a name parameter in front matter to save the creature. All other fields are optional. Once the creature has been found on the note, it will be added to the bestiary and synced with the note content. If the stat... Okay, we've read all that. Automating inline creature registration. If the front matter specifies stat block inline and parse front matter in notes, then the first stat block in the note will automatically be registered in the plugin. The same as if you've copied its YAML into front matter. Didn't they just say that's what this does? Then the first stat block in the note will automatically be registered in the plugin. The same as if you'd had copied its YAML into the front matter. Okay, I think I understand what that means. Creating creatures in the settings. Okay, so that means you're going to put it in your own... You'll do your own stat block note and then in the note, and then that will... If you have this in the YAML, then it'll show... Okay. Importing creatures. Accessing the bestiary. Okay, here we go. The bestiary lives in the plugin and can be accessed programmatically in plugins that run JavaScript such as DataView. Okay, so if I do this work, it should help. It should pay off. Creating a layout. Yeah, and we'll probably have to do that as well. Okay, so still, I don't know. Search monsters. Does it need to be case sensitive? Functionary. What if I search something that... Okay, so that's actually filtering. Okay. Add creature. We don't want to do that. Import, import, import. Add a new layout. Life forms. Disable. Yeah, we'll turn that on. Maybe that's it. Now if we go over here. God. It's frustrating because it doesn't even... I don't know where the creatures came from. This is a fresh... vault with this plugin installed. I have no idea where these creatures came from. Pooh, how's it going? See, I'm worried if I delete these. Fartality. Oh, here we go. So yeah, we can make our own layouts. Oh, okay. So we can make our own SG layout. which we're going to have to do. Okay, that's good to know. But still, where the hell are these monsters coming from? This will cause the plugin to save data to the temporary file before saving the actual data. I was playing in a D&D 5 based Mass Effect system not long ago. Nice. I'm almost going to just, you know what I'm going to do is close and reopen Obsidian, because maybe it's just, I don't know. Where is this coming from? I don't understand how this is all in the bestiary. So what happens if I delete this? It still exists here. So if I say false, or false, and then we say true. Does it not like... There's functionary. Hey! Hey! Okay. But why are all these other things here? How do I get rid of them? Okay. Shadow Fungi, how's it going? We're doing kind of a... We're taking a break from doing dev work today and just working on some nerdy stuff for a campaign I'm trying to get going. But I want to have all this data accessible. And we're trying to use Obsidian and the Fantasy Stat Block tool. And it's got all of these monsters in it already, and I don't know why, and I don't know how to get rid of them. So I'm trying to figure that out. Anybody got any ideas? Parse front matter for creatures. We want that. Try save data automatically. We want that. Import from JSON. We're not doing that. We don't want to delete the layouts. Right now we're using a 5e layout, but we need to change that to work with a SG RPG fields. Then we have this filter sources. No idea what the hell this is about. If we check it, go back, it checks itself again if we uncheck it. Import generic data. What you can? I mean, if we go to issues, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do to get rid of these. Like, does it just presume we want to play D&D? Fantasy Bestiary. Okay, so maybe there's another plugin I need. So there's Fantasy Stat Blocks, and then Fantasy Bestiary does nothing. Fantasy Stat Blocks. What are they talking about? Fantasy Bestiary. Where do I access this? By recalling them from the Fantasy Bestiary. What the hell are they talking about? What are you talking about? Creature Pain. This setting will disable. So right now it's enabled by being off. That's what's making this confusing for me. Okay. So we want to turn it on to disable. Okay, so that should get rid of those guys. Maybe. Disable is on. So maybe if we close and reopen. Hey, we did it! Oh my God, it's a miracle. Okay, that's not necessarily confusing, but poorly put together for a binary. Negatives, man. Negatives make things confusing. Okay. Jeez. Louise. Yeah, they had a reference to the bestiary, but it's in a negative. So it says disable 5th edition SRD, and I had that off because I think one way when I think of a Boolean and whether or not something is on or off. But because it has the word disable in it, you want it on to disable the this is the reference monsters. So that got rid of them. So we fixed that. So now we just have ours, which is good. It's a double negative. That's exactly right. Yeah, so now what we need to do is a little bit of work to get this to be where we want it to be. We need to build a custom stat block for SG-1. And then it'll show all of the other things that they have in here that are not in traditional D&D. Yeah, so... But now I should be able to search like... No, it's not showing it. Is it because I changed it? It's probably because I changed it. Do we have to refresh? Is there a refresh? There's the functionary. There does seems to be some sort of indexing that occurs. Maybe if we close it. Maybe if we close this and reopen. There we go. Okay. So yeah, we've got to add some things here to show all the other blocks of data that are in this. But now we've got it in YAML, which means we can talk to it through through data view directly if we want to, which is good. And I prefer YAML as well because I don't like the 3 ticks and how it like kind of turns it into something else. So the other thing I'm noticing, oh yeah, the hit data is there. Okay. So there's probably a way to script this where we can get through this pretty quickly. But if we just start cutting and pasting, diplomat is solicitor. I'm sure that's how you spell it. Hey, I got it right. It's a miracle. All I need is a miracle. All I need is a miracle. So can I do this? And now that functionary exists, I can do stat block and then go monster. Can I go by name? Oh my God, yes. Okay, so we can extend. So now I can take these and I can, when I'm building scenarios and stuff, I can grab just the existing NPC blocks and just pop something out and then extends it and build my own little thing. Okay. That's going to be nice. Okay. So... and this is a yes man. Yes, ma'am. Yes. All right. Oh, God. Oh, God. Please don't clip that. I'm gone. I've canceled for real this time. Mediator. Okay. Mediator. No. All right. Mediator. So I want to stream the D&D the sessions. I just worry that with my friends we tend to get into we tend to joke a lot, and I'm worried that I don't know. I'm a little worried. I'll be totally honest. I'm a little scared about it. So that's, you can spell that right. Bureaucrat. Current mood. How many programs do you need to fix a bug? Everyone! Yeah, classic. Devilite, yes, man. Oh, is that like one of those alien guys? I'll let it load. It's taking a long ass time to load. Load. It's an old game. Gotcha. Ah, fighter of the night, man. Ah, champion of the sun. Ah, he's a master of karate and friendship for everyone. Okay. So, should be a number of guys now. Hey, look at that. It's working. Okay. Yes, man. These names are going to be a little difficult to remember. Like, going through this, can I search and say diplomat? Negative Ghost Rider. Great! This is just great. All right, so let's create a query for our diplomats so that they show up. And we're going to go life forms like this. And from, it's going to go diplomats. And this will be a / what's it called? Data view? But we don't want it to be collapsed. I know, everything's wrong. I know, everything's wrong. I haven't done anything. I know. It's all wrong. From diplomats, sort file, table without ID name, no results to show, feats list, data view, feats / general. So it needs to be the entire, so it's a life forms / diplomats. Is it /? Diplomats doesn't look right to me anymore. Hey, here we go. Okay. So now we get our list of our guys. We're just gonna go by name for now. So now we just got a list of diplomat, and then we can sort by. I am surprised here that we can't search for certain things, like I can't search for class type, which is strange. It was a great co-op game, and it had these devil monsters that impersonated office workers. So they had a pit boss monster, tie and glasses, yes man, following his boss and other monsters. Ah, okay. Ah, gotcha. I like this art style. What is this? Looks like it's got a real monster. I don't know, it reminds me of something. Is this boring? How many people are watching right now? Six people are watching me work on a campaign. God bless all you. I should be paying you. How do I send you guys my ad money? All right. I suppose if you didn't want to watch, you wouldn't be here, right? Okay. So, quite a big list to go through. Count it as a late birthday present. I'll take it. I don't need anything. I'm old. Advocate. Advocate? Is that some hippie bullshit? Advocate? God dang liberals. All right. So, okay, the other thing we need to do, I keep forgetting this, is to set stat block to true. Level. Let's add level to the list here though. So we'll go level, and then we can sort by level. So a little bit of a sequel-esque. Functionary, for some reason, has no level. That's weird. It does have a level. It's inside of the class, though. Right, we were trying to do the D&D thing. All right, we'll keep. We'll be back. Oh, that's right. Before I started moving everything, I was looking into the format to get it to show up properly. That way I don't go one off having to fix everything. But it'll be okay because we can just search in the folder and do a name and replace thing. Okay. But like skills, this should be a list. I can speak. He's having a stroke. Yeah, so like skills, it should be like this, culture, and then colon, and then the number. We'll get there, one at a time. We're making them better worlds. That's, I gotta say, that's one of the best villains in Firefly, or pretty much in recent history that I can recall, in film and whatnot. Minister, stat block, colon, true. True. 'Tis true, Lord. Me Lord, 'tis true. He speaketh the truth, Lord. I gotta get my accents ready for DMing. Oh, God. Heaven help us. If I do stream this, everyone's just gonna be so upset. Why is he doing that noise? Is that an accent? Is he supposed to be doing? Is that a thing? Is that supposed to be? Bureaucrat. All right, so bureaucrats there. Advocate. Bureaucrat. No, nothing on them. Okay, so one of these is just not right. And it looks like it's not solicitor, mediator, minister. It's minister. Why? Is it because we're like that? Rah. Why is it not showing up? Curious. New note. He's having a stroke. Counselor. I sense they're upset. Ah, rah, rah, rah. Thank you, empath. I sense you're being sarcastic. No. No, I'm not. No. What? No. I don't understand. Why would you think that? I'm not being. What? Attaché. Oh, man. Can never escape the French. They find their way into all words. Right, Colin? Is Colin here? So again, why is minister not showing up? The YAML has to be broken. Let's see. Do we have a YAML inspector somewhere? Hey, little man. You want to go outside? You got to go potty? All right. Give me a second. Official YAML website. Brought to you in part by YAMLCon. Visit YAMLCon. All right. Be right back. I'm going to let the dog out. I'm going to go get a drink, too. Okay, so it's lines 15 and 16. rubber. Good boy. No, right ram. Right really ram. I see. Ray. Rocket rock basketball. I don't need your rassiness, Rappa. I don't need that rash. Too much rash for my taste. He's losing it. Some new viewer comes in. He's like, what the fudge? What the fudge is going on here? What in the hell? Ah, these colons. There are so many colons in here. Fire. Is there so many? Alright, so we've got too many colons. So that's a colon right here. In the minister. So this is actually not a new line. It's mon Dieu. Improvised medicine gear. Hard day's night. Why is there? Why? What is all this? Well, one day we'll learn. But that day is not today. Okay. So, what we'll do is we'll get all the way through diplomats for now. And then we're going to come back to this and finish them up later. We'll just do a set of them here. And just kind of get them out of the way. There's probably a way I could script this rather easily if I was deep into the Unix life, #Unix life. We would be... Alright, gotta kick the dog out. He's being mysterious. Give me a sec. Hey, bro. You want to just chill out? Stop walking around like you just killed somebody? Maybe just chill? Think you could do that? Barista. Ah. It's a barrister, sir. Barista. Make me your finest latte. Sir, it's not that. And ruler. I expect 12 inches. So that's not that kind of ruler. It's a position of status. And diploma at diplomacy. That's eagle. What is with these names? How embarrassing. You know what? Doing it this way, it's actually going to go fast. So maybe I could just bust through these bad boys real quick. Legal eagle. All right, hang on. Legal eagle. Oh. Legal eagle. You're the chosen one. I see. Legal eagle. Diplomat. Maintenance. Engineers. And then for life forms, we're going to do another query here. And same kind of data view, but in this case, we're going to say engineer. Okay. All right, this is like any job where you can't like, if you got a desk job, you do anything on a desk, you're doing data entry. You know what's going to be real sad is probably we're going to end up becoming oversight for data entry from AI. So we're just going to be looking at data, verifying the AI got it right. Isn't that great? Maybe we're already doing that, and we just don't know it yet. Yo, Nick. We're doing some work for Stargate RPG tabletop. Getting all the data ready for to be able to run this thing. Would anyone watch if I did DM? Would that be a thing? I'm gonna wear full cosplay. I'll full General Hammond cosplay. I'll get a bald cap and put on a fat suit. And I'll do my best Dallas, Texas accent. Yeah, there's technically two. There's a really old one that came out at like around season 3 of the show. And then there's the new one that's based off 5th edition. So what I've done is I've copied a bunch of the data out of the PDF, and I'm just getting it into Obsidian in the formats that we can use to run a campaign a little more dynamically and not have to reference the book all the time, because I don't have a physical copy, because I ain't rich. Yeah. So I'm excited. Got a couple of good friends that are going to join. So we can collapse these two, the engineers and the diplomats. The diplomats. And this is a single. Man, my PR got reviewed. It was okay, but it did not resolve the original issue. It only solves the new issues I found when I was trying to resolve the original issue. Dang it. So for you, it was working though, right? So when you say it didn't solve it, how do you say that's true when you were describing it to me, you had fixed it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what did they say that let you get that insight? I don't even know, dude. Don't even bother trying to figure me out. You know what's got a really good... Speaking of Stargate, the soundtrack to Universe is so damn good, but there is no official release of it anywhere. But it's so good. And the original... the musician that did it, he passed away. So I wonder if that is just lost to time. Speaking of media being lost to time, I'm very disturbed by this growing trend of like all this digital content just being Thanos from existence. There's a movie that my family and I really love. We watched it so many times. Based off a book called Flora and Ulysses. And it's about this little girl that saves this squirrel that becomes... It's got superpowers. And it's just a sweet little family movie. And I wanted to watch it for my birthday with the kids and everything. And it just ceases to exist now. And it's likely never to be seen again. They write it off, and then they also don't have to pay royalties if there's some flat rate that they had to pay and they weren't even making that much to begin with, then they can just get rid of it. So it fixed my issues, but it did not solve the other issues. But I can't reproduce them, so it's hard to debug. Gotcha. But hopefully, maybe what you did can help point somebody down the right path. Are they at least going to integrate it, or is it an all or nothing for them? All right. No idea. It's a new info that didn't solve the issue. It's just a couple minutes old. Thanks, Pooh. I love that it fit the music, too. It sounded like it was part of the... How much time? How much time? All right, so I got an even faster way to do this now for the next ones. Scientists. So we're going to do Scientist Uno. Scientist Uno. And then all we got to do now is just... What the dog doing? Oh, he's out back. Can I just go from here, scroll up? There we go. Ah! There we go. What the dog doing? There we go. We got a plan worked out for this. Okay. So we just copy, scroll up. Cut. What the dog doing? Cut. Scroll up. It does that every time. All right. Okay, thanks, Bear. Oh, the text. I like Pooh's using the sounds to. We need an official, like, Miss Cricket's trying to get a hold of you. Paging Cricket. So the only thing I'm worried about doing this as a role-playing thing is most of the guys that are going to be in this were former military themselves. So when I try and fake the military stuff, because I won't understand half of it, I'm going to get corrected so much. It's going to be like, nah, that's not how it go. Do we still have a box of extra binders? I believe we do. They're in the sex dungeon. Don't! Just make one your military consultant. Yep. Oh, that's the other fun thing that I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to send them, and I think for the first episode, I'm going to mail them a mission briefing that they'll open right when we start the session. So they'll literally have like a manila envelope with like pictures and paper clips and fucking all kinds of cool stuff. That'll be fun. And then I think after that, I'll just, the mission brief will be a PDF or something that they can make one of them a secret trader. I was considering doing that thing where I wouldn't tell them, but the first mission would almost be like a way of like really throwing them into it. And, then the story really starts after that, and the whole point is to have it be that, okay, these were the guys that now you have to go and rescue with your actual characters, but there's no way to sneak that on them and not have them feel cheated. So, but it'd be a way to just throw them into combat. So we're gonna do that anyways, but just not pull the rug out from under them. So the first, okay, the rest of these are scouts. Level 20. So this is a scout. And scouts only go up to level... They also go to level 20. Good gravy. Okay, let's go to life forms here. Hashtag scouts forever. It's so fast. This turnaround is so fast. My God. That's a good one, Pooh. Thanks. All right, we're almost there. Let me get Soldier copied over. So I actually did have a game idea for a Stargate game that's would be actually pretty straightforward from a technical standpoint. But I guess MGM's not playing nice with fan stuff, so I'd have to like have it be Stargate, but not really. Call it something else. But essentially, it would be not real time, but time based game where time passes at a fixed rate in the game, a little bit faster than reality, and you're essentially the commander, the general of the base, and you're putting together the teams and sending them on their missions and dealing with the command side of things exclusively. And dealing with like breakouts and homeworld threats and stuff like that as well. But it's all in decision making. It's all command driven. So it'd be like the football manager of Stargate games. Oops. Oh, God. What is going on? Oh, wow. Sorry. The chat just exploded. I didn't see any of this. I missed a lot of this. Sorry, guys. It just all caught up for me. That was weird. You guys are doing the Stargate game? There's Zartak or track or whatever. After doing the first one, the next one is easier. Oh, I see what you're saying, Pooh. God, I missed all of this. What is going on? I don't know why I didn't see any of this. I had to stop him. There was a special chat operation. Well, thanks, man. What were they saying? I mean, besides spamming the... Do we need to set a timer on that stuff, I guess? I really need to shave. Like, I need to groom. Okay, so that's Scout. Oh, God. Okay. There's Scientist. Scouts. Okay, there's Scouts, and now Soldiers. And then we'll go back through and clean them up. It should be pretty quick. Oh, okay. Thanks. You made the right call, sir. There's a certain kind of trolling I'll allow. Is this going to become the favorite? I definitely don't want... So for the voice things, I don't want the little animated pop-up stuff. Let's call it Super Stargate so they don't know. Or Sungate instead. Yeah. It looks like there's some weird chat thing going on with Twitch today. Because I'm getting, I think there's like a weird delay. Oh. But it doesn't show up. It doesn't show up on my screen. I actually have to look over here to see it. I see it in the chat. But I gotcha. We got to make something custom if we're going to have that. Soldier. All right, we're almost done. Oh, maybe it's because I talked crap about... the Mohawk. The Russian Stargate program is trying to steal your data. But yeah, essentially it would be like you were up in the SGC top tower thing, and you'd have the consoles all in front of you, and the gate would open, and you'd see travelers go in and out of it. And you'd have to like decide whether you're going to close the iris. The check-ins, if they missed the check-in, you'd have to decide if you're going to send out a team to try and rescue them based on the mission that they were on. So it would be essentially, it would have like sort of a roguish or randomly generated mission element to it. So it'd never be the same every time. And you're just trying to take on the main mission of the program, which is to gather new allies and technology to defend Earth. We got it. F yeah. Bug is obliterated. What was the bug? You know, these brakes aren't that good. I'm not liking them. Jungle Bangers. Should we do Jungle Bangers? Mighty Morphing Aesthetic. It's Vaporwave Future Funk for Power Rangers. Should we try it? No. I can already tell. Boogie Emotions. City Pop Mix. Mario Jazz. I like this one. This one's pretty decent. The field of view of the characters was clickable, so every time we clicked somewhere, we hit the field of view. Oh, I gotcha. I'm going to go ahead and slow it down. With a fartality. I should have done a bunch of stuff for that when I was sick. Maybe I'll stay up real late one night and then we can record a bunch of VO. See a lot of lonely people out there tonight in the bar. I hope this New Year's is treating you well. Maybe we'll all find our Peach. She won't be in another castle. She'll be waiting for you when you come home. That's right. We'll all find love someday. Some bright, sunny day, we'll be walking along Rainbow Road. Even the word soldier doesn't look right to me right now. Mm-hmm. It's literally 1 to 2 minutes to craft a new one with a limit of 10. Okay, good to know. Pooh just realized the music. It's like, why is he talking about... I was wondering. I just feel like I'm at like a lounge playing the piano and just like talking to everybody. Attaché. Bless you. Thank you. Go ahead and call up a loved one. Tell them Bowser's not going to get you tonight, baby. Say, Daddy's here for you. Big Mario gonna take care of you. Do not be afraid. And then I want you to give him a big fat phone kiss. Hang up that call. Come over here and sit on my lap. Don't be afraid. I'm just a pianist looking for someone to sit on my lap. Don't be afraid. Go ahead and come over here and sit on my lap. Nobody's going to come over here? Why is everyone leaving? Is anyone going to stay here? Please? Okay. Well, I think I'm going to get fired now because you're supposed to stay and drink. And I've scared you all away. So, yeah, here comes the manager. Okay. Well, it was been fun. I'm going to go now. I've got to run. If I need to have some kind of overworld music, fields or something, I would take something like Megadeth, Tornado of Souls, and then translate it into a chill orchestra arrangement with a super slow tempo and toned down instruments. Heck yeah. All right, so a bunch of these are in the stat blocks now. So if we start searching here, it hasn't refreshed. Let's try refreshing. Hey, look at that. Look at all these guys just appearing as if by magic they appear. So now we've got a bunch of quote unquote creatures. Now these are just regular. They're not even they really shouldn't be in the bestiary necessarily. But they will be both friend and foe, which is another thing that makes this a little bit more unique than, say, Fight Boars Simulator, also known as D&D. At least that's been my experience with it lately. I hope your experience with D&D has been a little bit better than mine. But if it hasn't, I want you to listen to this chill music. Think about D&D, how much it sucks. Everything slows down when you're playing D&D. And a fight starts, it's going to be an hour and a half. That's right. Tons of metagaming. Can I do this or that? What if I try and do this? No, says the DM, you can't. So you try some more things, and it takes super long. And then when it comes to role-playing, nobody does that at all. So it's like, why are we playing and not just opening up Excel and playing combat in there? I don't understand what we're doing. No, I'm not hurt. Where did the DM... Sorry, guys. I'm having D&D flashbacks. For me, literally the worst part of D&D is the combat. SG, I am the data entry guy. I am the data entry. Our first only vanilla D&D session ended with people getting bit by rats. Nice. And almost dying. Well, we've got everything we need for the player's character sheet stuff. This is what we need for combat. So this gets rid of like 2 major sections of the book that I don't have to deal with. And then I can just focus on building missions. And again, I like the episode format. All right, we got to change this because I really do feel like I'm at a bar. Aphex Twin at a Field Day 2023. Oh, this is like a live concert. Aphex Twin. Calm and relaxing Katamari music. Let's see what this is. This I can do automatically. Okay, I can do this automatically. So we'll do this real quick. This will be super quick data entry stuff. So we're going to go to Scout, and we're going to do a find. Let's go back to Scout. Class, Scout. So we're going to go blah, blah, blah. Class, Scout, and then we're going to replace it with blah, blah, blah. Replace. Done. Okay. Next. Go here to soldier. And this is going to be soldier. And replace. Done. Okay, so that took care of that. So now we should have a giant bestiary. Yay! Look at that. All right. That's all good. Now we just need to... Yeah, okay. Do you guys know any Windows shortcuts to camel case when you paste? Is there even anything like that? Something tells me there ain't. We'll just get the names in where they need to be. I can clean it up as we DM. All right, so there's all the diplomats. Done. I really do want to figure out how to do some fun episodes with like time travel and all your like really sci-fi showy trope stuff. I think a lot of the stuff that makes watching some sci-fi boring will be actually fun to RP and vice versa. Some of the stuff that would be fun to watch would be boring to play. And I personally feel like the biggest problem with the Stargate, like the SG-1 series in particular, which if you think about it is actually Stargate 1. Colin pointed that out to me the other day, and it's like, oh no, why did you tell me that? I preferred the ignorance. No replicators. Hell no. Boring. I shoot them. More appear. I shoot them. Okay. More appear. I shoot them. Okay. More appear. All right. I shoot those. That's like D&D just normally. Oh my God. He's throwing shade at it. Oh no. Yeah, it is weird though. Like the sessions that I'm experiencing, it's kind of this weird. It feels like you're like Vanilla Sky or Jacob's Ladder. You're like waking up in a waiting room. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It just doesn't. There's no understanding of time or space or where we are. It's weird, like blank feeling the way that it's being run. It makes it really hard to like, okay, what do you want to do? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know what is anything. And there's no nice way to say it. So you just kind of smile and all right, that's scientist is done. Medic is done. We're now moving on to scout and last is soldier. So we're almost completely done getting this to at least be usable. And then we got a ton of little fixes that we got to work on, and as far as the formatting of this. But we should be able to do mass find and replaces to get it all the way it needs to be, which will be good. Trish, did you want to do it with us? I guess we'd have to time it so we do it pretty late at night, which might make it difficult for the California people. But you know what? I've had to stay up an hour later every night whenever we do our sessions so they can suck it. Oh, by the way, Trish, if you hear Gemma say S-H-I-T, that's because of the Ace Combat game. It's not me. Yeah, but I scared. Ah, it's nothing. That can be your character. Pretty soon you'll fit in with the guys and you'll be asking how big are her boobs with every female we encounter. But how big are her boobs? That's a running joke with Odie's also been saying shoot. Oh, goodness. Do you think he's saying that, but the way he knows how? They say it an awful lot in the game, and I keep dying, and they say it right at the beginning of this one mission. It's like, man. And Jim is like, that's a bad word. That's a bad word for everything. It's like, yeah, they all are. I'm glad that the text is informing you exactly how to spell it and totally correct pronunciation. So that's going to be great. And I'm just a bad dad for not trying to like stop it, I guess. But I figure you deal with those problems head on. You expose them to the most awful things and then you try and correct it. Right? Is that how it works? All right, that's it. We got all the data entry in for our stuff. There's all our dudes. And now if we search here, we can search for field officer and nothing shows up. Great. Is this because the... Oh, literally field officer is the one with bad YAML. Okay, so brute. Can we get a brute? Can we get a grunt? Can I get a grunt? Nope. Can we get... What do we got else? Assassin? Nope. Negative. Cool. Does it take a while to refresh? Is that our problem? It must just take a while to refresh. Or do we not have stat block? No, we've got stat block true. Stat block true is here for as well. I'm guessing the YAML's busted. Okay, so they're not completely working with... Can we get a warning on the YAML? Is there a way to go into the page and have it yell at us if the YAML's not good? I could have sworn there was a way to do this where you could have it tell you that the YAML was wrong. Ah! Invalid YAML. Here we go. Weapon proficiency field hacks assassin. Okay, let's look at the... We're going to open up PDF. And we're going to look for assassin. Is this not searching the doc? And if it is, this is embarrassing. Jeez. NPCs by class. Oh my god, there's even more. No. No. No, okay. We're trying, Mariano. Doing some other stuff today. Assassin. Find text or tools. Just give me assassin. Marine. Scouts. Escort, trapper, lookout, explorer. Spotter, sleuth, spy, fixer, operative. Warrior, grunt, veteran. These are soldiers. Where's assassin? There it is. Nope, go back. Field hacks. Okay, so that's supposed to be its own line. Okay. He's outside. He's being silly. All right, so let's search field hacks, and then we're just going to do a new line on field hacks. So everyone that's got field hacks, we'll do field hacks with a new line. And replace. 21 files. Sure. Hey! All right, so that should fix some of those. How do we look now? We look good! Okay. Now let's go back here. Fantasy stat blocks. Look at that. More stuff. Okay, good. Now let's go over to life forms. And maybe more stuff will be showing up now. Diplomats looks good. Scouts is fixed. Soldiers is mostly fixed. All right, let's go over to scientists, figure out what's wrong with those bad boys. Aeronauticist. I did not know that was a term. Discoveries. So let's go over and look at... What is this witchcraft? We're working on a Stargate RPG data. Getting it into Obsidian so we can use it as a DM. It doesn't import all this jazz out of the box. No, I stole it from the PDF. So we gotta kind of clean up the data. It's a data entry, baby. He's saying shoot for sure. I said it one day without thinking and he immediately repeated it. Then I noticed you said it yesterday or the day before, and then he said it. Shoot. Do you see what I did there? You guys see what I did there? You don't know what that is? Get out, Pooh. Ban yourself. I'm kidding. We're going to have to remediate that. All right, so that should take care of that. Are we good? We're good. Okay, so now let's go back over to life forms, and scientists are now fixed. We're almost there. Now we got to go over to medics. And it looks like procedures. So we got to do a new line for procedures. Pooh is fired from his non-paying job. Seriously. That one's going to come in handy. We're going to be doing that one a lot. Discovery. Did that not fix? Still broken. Advanced training is probably it. Sturgeon. Let's see what sturgeon. Procedures. Biologist. Advanced training. It's got to be advanced training. Biologist. Nope. Procedures. Discovery. It's that colon. And this. Feats. Ore. Is the pipe an ore? I don't know. We'll have to read the docs. Oh, we didn't do engineers. Good God. Hang on, I'm ringing. Landon, that's my nephew. Hello?
Hey, are you streaming?
I am streaming. How's it going?
Oh, okay. I'll just talk to you in the stream then. I didn't know if you were a streamer or not.
Okay, you're up on the mic right now. Say hi.
Hi, everyone. Make sure to follow him, by the way.
All right, I'll see you in there. Bye. That's my nephew. Modifications. And we're going to do modifications. Place. And most of this should be looking better now. Engineer still broken. Okay, let's go back to engineer. Okay, what do we see that could be broken? Modifications has got a spice in it. That's probably it. Let's search for that, and then we'll get rid of this space. Place. All right. And we're fixed. Okay. Now if we go back over to life forms. Hey! Okay. Looking good. Repairman. All right, the majority of us stuff is fixed. We got some onesies, twosies to go back to, but we got some data to work with. That's the important thing. My plan as well. I believe that this RPG is supposed to take place after season 6 of the show, but I'm starting at season 1. This is why I need all of these NPCs in here in the bestiary, because I need them to be enemies. School is so busy right now. I'm doing videography, and I'm the only person doing it. Everybody wants me to shoot a video for them because of my video I made for football. That's good, though. Charge. Gotta make that money. Get that paper. But you don't have to charge. X-Techer. Teach. It's X. What? Xeno? What? Xeno? Tech genius. I don't even know what these terms mean. I think that's a reference to a famous novel. All right. Okay. Starting to get some data going here, boys. I can't charge it because it's doing it for the school. I think you can. You got to know how to play the game, though. But, yeah. Is that what did you just want to tell me that, or you got a question? I'm ready for the question. Here we go. My wife is folding laundry and it got real quiet. There's my son. My God, he's climbing up on the chair and then getting on the refrigerator. How old would you be if you were born 10 years ago? Is this like a philosophical question? Neck 2, how's it going? Let me do a shout out. Shout out. Active kills. Are you streaming at all? No? Okay. Never mind. Screw active. No shout out for active. So busy, lol. 10. Toddler mode is full activated. Sounds like it. Now, I guess the answer is if you're still alive or not, right? Because you could be anywhere from a few seconds old to 10 years old, right? But I suppose since you say you and you're asking the question to me, Ritu. My wife's got such a good joke for Ritu. Because I said, was it CPO? And then my wife was like, Re2D2. And then we just laughed and laughed and laughed. All right, so these are the monsters. God, we got to put all these things in. These are beasts. Trash Panda. Heck yeah. Okay, so the beasts, you really just make them up. Okay, so we'll have a basic system for that. Jaffa troops, and then we got God. Do it, Nalith. Do it. What are you editing in? You got a good workflow? All right, let's do some research with the stat blocks. Premiere Pro, nice. What do you want to do for your desk, Nalith? Been trying to use After Effects, but that's so hard. Don't you integrate After Effects with Premiere? Isn't that how it works? So CR is not going to show up at all. All right, so let's start. Let's start building our layout. We're going to copy 5th edition since that's what we're working with. We're going to call this Stargate SG-1. And I just want y'all to slow down. Just slow down with me, y'all. Yeah. Let's get real slow. Slow it down real good. Let's get it on, baby. And get it on to this funky music. I'm trying to blah blah blah. Effects is more complicated, guy. Everything in my living room is set up in the best place for everything. If I move one thing, it messes up. If I sit on the couch, I can't see the TV, the PC, not having changed in the living room for 15 plus years. I'm tired of it, but I need a new look. Gotcha. Try to base it around one core problem that you've lived with this for 15 years. What is like a central problem? And then try and focus the change around that. I'm going to let the beast in real quick. What the dog doing? Hey, leave the neighbor's dog alone. Come on. Come on in. There you go. There he is, the beast. Hey, handsome man. Isn't he handsome? He's the most handsomest little boy. Nah, he's not picking fights. It's a girl dog, and he just like goes over to the fence and just stares at her because she's in a like a giant like fenced in crate thing, and he just like goes over to her and he's like, and he just like stands there like a dorky like teenager and doesn't know what to say or do. It's like, Hal, man, you got to work on your game there, buddy. So CR, we've got AC, so we need to add a CR. Can we export this? Can I export as JSON? JSON! All right, we're going to get that downloaded. And we'll open this up in VS Code. They can make pups through a fence. How would you know that? Get your hat out of the gutter. I can't believe you. God. Jeez. Do you guys hear this? My wife? Bah. Ah. Ew. God. Inline group? No, we don't want to do an inline group. How do we just add an item? Text? Okay, so we can just add text. We're not going to do that. Add table, save spells, image, heading, property line. There we go. Link monster property. CR. So the property is CR. And the name of the property is He's losing his mind. Sorry guys, I'm totally losing it right now. Character creation. Choose a race. So all these D&D games are focused on race. It's so disgusting. Origins. Where's our character sheet? Just give me a rundown of the character sheet. Let's see. Let's search CR. Calvin, come on, buddy. Come out here. I don't want you in there. Come on, get on the couch. I love you, mister. But what does CR mean? That's my shoe. Yep, and you can chew on it. Yep, that's what you're doing. Challenge rating, okay. Display text is challenge rating. Okay. So we have a CR now. So now if we go to the bestiary, we should be able to see the CR of a creature. Challenge. No. Ambassador. Let's go to Yes Man. Come on. Solicitor. CR is 1. It says challenge 1, but then it says 200 XP. Why is that there? What happened to it? Add property CR challenge rating. Do I have to like save this here as well? Oh, jeez. Score 1 for the interface. No. No. That costs a lot of money. Golly, dude. Ah, this dog. Did it save it? should be right here, but it's not. So let's go back again. Fantasy stat box. There's challenge rating. It is CR is the property. He's chewing on the... That's a good redeem. That's a good one. He's being a little chewy monster. He's down there. Say hi to everybody, Cal. He got my Xbox headset, was chewing it. The fancy one, too. One of these bad boys? I don't know. Not everyone's an Xbox guy, so... Dogs love Xbox headsets. It's good to know. Delicious. Challenge property or proficiency bonus. Challenge property or proficiency. So this is challenge rating. So we're going to dump these. Maybe there's a conflict because there's a CR here as well. Languages. It's a subset of languages? No. It's its own thing. Maybe we already have it. But why is it showing it in... like, let's go and... Oh, no. Undo. Oh, we just exit out and then reload it. Edit. Yeah, see, they're doing some weird percent thing with an XP. Okay, so you can do a lot. Oh, my God. So you can do callbacks. Calvin, don't eat the couch, buddy. Calvin. Thank you. How long have we Cal? For 2 months, I think. It does seem longer. It's the puppy from hell. Oh, he's like, I heard that. Challenge rating or CR determines which antagonists the PC have a reasonable chance of defeating in direct combat. However, this isn't an RPG purely about combat, and that makes the CR system merely a guideline for the game master rather than a fundamental mechanic. Direct combat encounters, when you want the PCs to confront an enemy and defeat an enemy, the CR is designed to give you a broad general idea of the enemy threat compared to your PCs. However, in Stargate narrative, that isn't always the way combat is handled. It's more often appropriate to have a low or high CR present. Strange to have a CR5 system lore just because the PCs are level 3. And the average party level is a pretty good indicator of what CRs a group should defeat in combat. Anything with a CR equal or less than their APL should not pose a life-threatening. Okay. So we're dealing with numbers now. All right, let's keep looking for... All right, what is CR? Here we go. The general power competence of the NPC in an encounter. A typical team of 3 to 5 PCs can handle a single enemy of a CR equal to their level as a reasonable challenge. What do you got, buddy? It's paper. We'll let it slide. So they're really focused around CR, it looks like, actually. So CR and levels don't necessarily line up. Okay, so we're gonna delete the D&D element of the CR stuff here. We're gonna delete this out, and we'll save it, close it, and then I still don't see CR challenge. So does it take a minute? Oh, have I not set it as the default for default layout? Is SG-1. Is the bestiary not updating for the default layout? Is that our problem? I don't know. Edit. You're out, Sean. Dare mute the stream. This is gold. I'm the what's his name of distracted tech streaming. He's just being a bad boy. He was just he got my Xbox headset. Now he's got his teddy bear. That's good. Even though it wasn't his originally, but it's his now. Hey, challenge rating. Okay. So we can edit the views. This is good. Fantasy star blocks or whatever blocks. So in the heading, we can add the CR. We probably want to do that. And the heading, let's see, can we do link monster property? Can we do multiple properties? Probably not. Shout out. He's murdering the poor Oh crap. Really? Let me check. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. We need to man, those we should tie to a sound. Okay. Come here, Cal. We're gonna get some snuggles in, you and me. Whoa, whoa, hey, 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 hey. What do you think you're doing? Backup recordings regularly. Warm liquid goo. All right, ready? Let's get on the couch. I see you're being a nippy boy. Oh, dash my handsome boy. Oh, red rocket. Red rocket! Let's block the red rocket. Oh, Papa. Oh, Papa. Papa pets me for arrows, Papa. I'm just a goofy doggy. Oh, Papa. Gouchy, gouchy. We'll supply it with my hands. That's literally how I feed you, buddy. What am I going to do with that? What am I going to do with that? Are we on the stream okay? Oh, this isn't my good side. Hang on, let me get on the other side. There we go. Now we can come. Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Nice dog cuddling. Nice petsies. Everyone's like, what is he doing? Ah! Here. What if you wear a hat? No. What if you wear it? Could you wear it for everybody on the stream? Number one dog? Could you wear the hat? No. Here. No, not number one dad hat. No. Not number one dad hat. No, it's too special. You gotta let go. You gotta let go. You gotta let go. Okay, I got it. I got it. I thought you could wear it. I guess not. I can wear it though, because I'm the number one dad. Ah! Thank you. Ah! All right, you stay. You keep working. Oh yeah. Zoom out. There we go. The programmer thirst cam begins. Yeah. It works like 50% of the time. But most of the time he just wants to, that's like how he's like, isn't this how we pet each other? It's a whole lot of arm. Wait, now you're on the other one, Drent. I'm so confused, Drent. What are you doing to me, man? It's the blue I remember. Their mouth being their hand and all. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the thing is, and that's the realization is, he's petting us. That's his way of saying, I want to pet you. Or I want you to pet me. But it's like, okay, we got to work this out. We got to come up with a plan here, buddy. Phone was the only other account, but I was so intrigued by the SG-1 TTRPG. I had to join right then and there and see what was up. Nice. Yeah, we're working on... So we've got the majority of our NPC data in. And so they're showing up in the bestiary. I'm going to have NPCs as well as actual beasts show up in the bestiary. The way you roll beasts in this is a little bit different than in a traditional or infrastructure hell. It's true. But we're getting there. We're getting there. But I want to get things set up so that all I'm doing is missions. Like missions and encounters. These two things here in the PDF. That's all I want to be focused on as a DM. The other cool thing about this game is when the mission is over, you debrief. So you have the people that were on the mission talk to command and like debrief what happened. And I'm going to play into that a lot, where I'm going to put them in very like moral situations where they have to make like a moral decision, and they can decide whether or not they're going to tell command about it, or they can kind of stretch the truth or change it a bit. So I'm going to allow that, and there'll be consequences for those choices, good or bad. So let's take a look at anyone with a P90 is the moral dilemma. I gotta let him out. He's wanting to go out. Are you wanting to go out, or you want to stay here? Come on, let's go. It really does bother me how much of the show is shooting solves all problems. It's not a lot. Like, there's some good episodes where that's not the case. But I'd like to see, like, when I watch the show and I get excited about all these possibilities I never get to see in the show with the gate concept. SG-2 and up. Yeah, and I'm being super nerdy about it. I'm like, I got to make sure the SG teams I make up don't exist in the show. I can't remember all the SG numbers. I know there was like they divided it up by the military branches. So there was like an Army one, you know, that's like SG-1. It was Air Force, and then you had like the Marines. So you had certain branches of the military just compromise an entire SG team, and then I don't know if they had like all civilian teams. Well, actually, they did, because they had those two scientists that would always go on the. Rip the sneezy scientist. I know. That was. Ranged combat feats. Okay, so all these feats I have plugged in as well. Okay, so riding away for tonight. Good luck for the preparations. Thanks, Pustak. Have a good night. There was that one girl power team. Oh yeah, and then there was those the kids, the like training. I really wish though, like the idea of the alpha site and all that stuff. See, that should be like a city builder, is like alpha site, and like, you know, building out. Oh God, there's so much they could do with it from a even from a game perspective. Breaks my heart. It's wild that they weren't running out of the alpha site, right? Yeah, I mean, I guess from a security standpoint, it would make way more sense. Exactly. And if you're dealing with, what do they call it when it would be alien incursion on Earth? There was a name for it, but all right, so we're going to look at character creation. Here we go. Core changes to the 5th edition. We'll do some rundowns here. If you guys don't know what this is about, as far as it's based off 5th edition, but there's some changes. One of the unique elements that makes a role-playing game unique. Are they seriously saying? No, one of the elements that makes a role-playing game unique is the rules employed to shape the story being told to simulate a modern... Whoa. Television series narrative. We've added and altered some rules to the standard D&D 5th edition. You might be familiar with, notably changing the following 5 level classes. In addition to having very different class options to choose from, your character gains levels in a training class only until level 5. Once the team member completes their core training, they're free to purchase their own advancements by purchasing feats. So the feats are open to everybody. You work your way out of the first 5 levels. Meters. Instead of using the standard empirical measurements, we use the metric system using 1 meter increments in place of 5 feet. Ranged versus melee. While melee combat certainly happens, SGB teams often engage in enemies with firearms. GMs may find a grid map is unwieldy to keep track of combatants during most combat. Attention die, ranging from 1d4 to 1d12. This die sets the tone for an episode and the scenes. This is something we can set manually. We don't necessarily have to roll the dice to decide what's going to happen with that. Damage lethality. At most tension ratings, it's assumed that damage isn't lethal by default. Encounter types. In addition to traditional actions, Stargate encounters cover any situation where success is not guaranteed or the outcome depends on player choice. Encounters range from battles with enemies to convincing a judge or sneaking through an enemy base. Determination points. Characters have a number of determination points that act as a wagering resource during certain encounter types. Some feats and abilities also allow you to use DP in additional ways. Initiative and Moxie. Initiative can be determined by a character's dex or wisdom instead of just dex. In addition, we've added Moxie using intelligence or charisma for use in non-action encounters. Mission points. Like experience points, mission points are how a character earns advancements. They aren't awarded for combat, but instead are for completing missions. You typically earn between 3 and 5 MP per session. So that gets rid of having to calculate, okay, they did this many enemies with this type and blah, 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 so you get this much XP and all that stuff. That's just all thrown out the window. And it's like, okay, you're going to get this many mission points for this particular mission. I like the flexibility that grants, too, because I do actually like the watermark achievement systems when D&D isn't based off of XP, but instead it's like... exactly. I prefer that based on my experience lately with DMing that I've seen from others. I don't want to be fighting boars. I make all combat encounters related to the story, please. I just find it really frustrating that I don't know. If I have to hear one more time, okay, who's taking first watch for the camp that night? It's like, we're gonna there's gonna be an encounter. I don't know, dude. And then it's like, all right, okay, there's something that just appears out of nowhere. It has nothing to do with the story. It's just a grind. And it's like, okay, now you're walking somewhere. Roll for perception. It's like, fuck. Here we go again. What is it now? When are we actually going to play the game? Sorry. I'm having... this is why I'm doing this. You can do even one better and base their advancement options on what happened in the session. Yeah, you want to reward the play. Like, the thing that I